Time to break out of here. Lord Dionysus. Hey, on no occasion whatsoever. Cheers to you again, Lord Dionysus, mate. This place is so much less dreary under your influence.
This is the greatest, Zag. This feast I'm headed to. I was getting a little concerned I wasn't gonna have quite enough to go around for everyone. But you just saved my evening, man. Too bad you couldn't be there, yeah? Now how's my favorite underworld god surviving? Zag, you're holding up or what? Right better momentarily, I bet.
Let's go meet Master Chaos.
After some consideration and on your recommendation, I attempted lately to make contact with the goddess Nyx again. She is quite distant from me now, of course. If you happen to know, did she receive the message well? Respond.
Well, Master Chaos, she can be a little difficult to read at times, but I got the impression she was quite surprised, even excited to have heard from you again. She said that she would think about how to respond, or whether to respond.
I see. Well, she shall find a way if it is warranted. I always did expect the world from her. There were times when I expected her to shine as bright as day, though she is night. When she achieved a certain level of ability, she left, and I could not find her.
Lord Zeus. This offering is but a trifle, Uncle Zeus, for all your magnanimity.
So fine a gift again, my dear nephew. Would that my sons and daughters on Olympus here would show me such respect from time to time. Now that is an entirely unusual design, even for Exegryph. So then the waking phrase has worked. That aspect bearer, Lucifer, was it? Struck his own Lord Father. Tried to, anyway. A not uncommon story, it would seem.
Ahoy there. Oh, but this is just too much for me, Your Highness. Thank you, really. I don't know how I can ever repay you.
How about you keep on helping me not die as quickly as I might have otherwise? Deal? Hey, sir. I've always wondered, what were you like back when you were alive? Were you always this wise?
Might surprise you, Highness. I have a bit of royalty in me myself. Not on your level, mind, but I was very much a king. Though, I'll be honest, I wasn't much of a good man.
Huh. I thought I sensed the royalty in you. Although I can't imagine you as anything besides the gentleman I know you for, my friend.
Well, that is awful kind of you to say. Though I would like to think my punishment here wasn't without warrant. At least I've had a lot of time to think it through. Most excellent.
Cheers, mate. So, there's something you like to do for entertainment out here, Baldy? Or just, I don't know, take it all in, I guess?
Dearest, if my perfectly developed senses are correct, then you appear to be quite smitten with a little gorgon that you've met down there. Why, that must be adorable, if rather strange.
What's new, Meg?
Well, Zag, may I have this dance for old time's sake?
After you close with Orpheus down there, you get the chance, you tell him I said hey. He's pretty decent with that lyre of his last time I checked.
Outdid me once again there, huh? I have to admit, you're not as bad at all of this as I expected. First I found you, I was certain that you had no chance at all.
I seem to have this whole easy-to-underestimate thing about me, based on a decent sum of my relationships. In any case, I always welcome your appearances out here. I know it's not been easy for you, Than.
That's fair as an assessment, I would say. But then again, it's never been an easy time for me. I know I have to do my job, but I don't have to keep on helping you like this.
What, you're telling me this is it? You're just going to leave me to my own devices then? I've proved myself to you, something like that?
No, you deadbeat, I'm telling you the opposite. Why do you think I keep on showing up? You may not really need me, Zagreus, but I will take these opportunities to help. I take it that's all right.
It is all right. Thanks, then. My Lady Aphrodite, if not for our acquaintance, I'm certain that my days or nights would be much drearier indeed.
Why, dearest, such a wonderfully thoughtful gift from me. I love it, and I would be lying if I said you shouldn't have.
How was the magma temperature lately, Lerny? Need to press on.
Young man, I know you'd like to get to know the comely Aphrodite face to face. Or, I don't know, you can decide once you arrive at last. You can decide, isn't that right, my Lady Aphrodite,
Why, I never, Lord Zeus. That sounded rather like a crass remark from you. How shocking that the golden standard for the rest of us should have such words for me.
Here's the surface exogryph. Maybe it's as rare a sight for Lucifer as it is for me.
You approached me with that loathsome rail, boy, emanating a hellish fury more even than usual at that. Little surprise you took a shine to it. It was the weapon that I hated most of all.
Well, someone called Lucifer apparently thought differently and took a crack at his own father with it once. This one's for him, then.
Invoking names you know nothing about. Presuming all the while far too much. You'd take that monstrous artifact for another friend. You would be wiser to be wary of its influence. But let us fight. You tell no one at the house. Do you hear me? I must go.
Bye.
As he journeys to his mother's cottage in the cold, loudly speaking Zagreus calls out to hear the echo of his voice. The blast of sound, causing a substantive amount of ice and snow to break off from a nearby mountaintop and fall, and fall, and...
Feels like it's been a while, everybody.
What? What?
Always have more pets for the greatest boy.
And what of the complaints from Elysium? They wanted the lawns thoroughly manicured for their athletic contests.
Already taken care of. Though the flooding in Asphodel, that doesn't look like something we can clear up for quite some time. Fortunately, the residents seem to be getting accustomed to it.
There have been fewer reports about it as of late. And what of the satyr problem? Blasted things are rampant up there still.
Well, they're probably contained up there, at least. And Zagreus has been keeping them in check, hasn't he?
He has.
Well, I don't see why not. Hey, they're my bedchambers. I can have whatever wall scrolls I want. The head chef always wants fish. Chef. Here's the latest catch, chef. Why, thank you. Nyx, I've come to know the god of swiftness, Hermes, though it seems to me he doesn't work directly with the others on Olympus. Do you know him well?
Lord Hermes is a point of contact, yes. Among Olympians, he works the closest with our operations here, and aids with shepherding the souls of the departed to our gates. Accept his help, for he is faithful to our cause.
I get it. Thank you, Nyx.
In my recent audience with Nyx, lad, she let on that you have mentioned chaos as of late. Is it true you've met her parent yourself?
I have. Chaos is not like anyone I've ever met. At first I was a little worried meeting this vast primordial entity apparently responsible for all creation, but they seem all right. Chaos and Nyx haven't been talking for a while, though. You don't know what happened there, do you?
I know a little bit, I think. Nyx, she and Chaos, they just slowly drifted apart. No animosity, not anymore at least. It happens between parents and children. And once such ties are severed, they cannot always be restored. Especially among primordial gods as old as time, I suppose.
They drifted apart. I got you more ambrosia, Dusa, and I hope this is okay. I figure maybe you could use this for the lounge, special events, guests, that sort of thing.
I'm sorry that I flew away last time you brought me something like this, Prince. I mean, Zagreus. It's really strange for me to call you that. When I started here, they told me not to even speak with you, and now, here we are.
Well, look, if I listened to everything I was told, my life would be a lot different and a lot worse off, I think. So, who cares what anybody says? I enjoy your company.
And I enjoy yours, too. It wasn't long ago that I was just a lonely Gorgon head all by myself in the big underworld, looking for steady work. And then I heard about the opening here in your father's house. Well, I got it. It seemed too good to be real, and then there was you.
I remember when we first met. You were carrying 3 bowls for Cerberus and bumped right into me. It all went flying, but you cleaned up half of it before it hit the ground, and flew away before I got your name. I thought I'd never see you again.
I was so embarrassed. Worse, I thought I was done for here. But I got another chance. That was your doing, wasn't it? You've been looking out for me all this time. That's so sweet of you. I don't know how to thank you. I better put this ambrosia away for safekeeping, okay?
See you, Dusa. Hey, Than. For all the times you've bailed me out and just all the times you've been around for me, I thought I'd get you this. The real thing.
Ambrosia? Zagreus, where did you even... Don't you think this is a bit excessive?
You say that like it's a bad thing. A little bit of excess from time to time never hurt anyone, I'm sure.
Oh, you would be surprised. Though if you're going to embarrass me, you know what? I am going to reciprocate. Behold.
What? Thanatos, is this... You're really giving Mort to me? I'm deeply honored. Hey, Than, now, hypothetically, if I were to have vanquished Charon in single combat after having, I don't know, say, helped myself to one of his wares at no charge, how long would you say he'd hold it over me?
Everything is an exchange with Charon, Zag. If there was something you refused to pay for, then I'm going to assume that's why you're back here now. The debt is paid in obols or in blood, or their closest counterparts, I guess.
So then, hypothetically, we're squared away. Meg? Meg? Oh, I was not expecting company. Were you just casually snooping, or is there something I can help you with?
I was just leaving Zagreus. Happened to be in the area, no thanks to you, and thought I'd go retrieve the last of my possessions. I have to say, you've really let this place go to hell.
She left. Great. Wonderful. I guess we'll just go back to killing each other repeatedly then. Just what I always wanted.
The visage of the goddess Aphrodite now adorns the prince's bedchambers, perhaps to provide consolation after when next he dies.
Aphrodite herself. Wonder if I could get this signed. The prophecy has been fulfilled. I think Master Chaos just likes messing with me. Igneous Eden. Where in blazes did Lucifer find you? Alright, let's get to work. Olympus calls. Goddess Athena, please accept this gift. Your wisdom ever guides me toward the light.
Hi, how very generous of you to offer me this gift. I'm very grateful, though I ask that you not go out of your way on my account. Let's please stay focused here. Remain relentless in your effort to escape, dear cousin. In spite of all our differences, perseverance is a quality we all possess.
I can take it. All right, then.
I've got a message for you, son of Hades. One recorded in an age when certain concepts it describes did not yet all exist. Remember this. I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame. A waking phrase, to which you and the all-seeing artifact of my creation may respond.
A waking phrase. And an all-seeing artifact, you must mean Aegis, right? So I'm to say to it, I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame, and it'll wake right up. Though, can you tell me what it means, or who?
Oh, I can tell you almost anything. However, I would much prefer it if you learned most of the answers you seek by yourself.
I see you stand your ground against the serpent's flame. That'll show you. Dionysus, mate. Sometimes things weigh heavily on me, but then I hear from you and it's like I don't have a care in the world. To your health.
Oh, you're really too much for me sometimes, you know that, man? Gotta tell you, I don't think I ever felt so close to somebody so damn far away. But through the gift of drink, it's like we're with each other in spirit all the time, you know? You man must be mates with just about everybody down there by now, yeah? Doling out nectars left and right, just livening the place right up.
Hello, Meg.
So, you ready for me this time, Zagreus? Come on and fight. No holding back.
Hermes, my friend. May I call you my friend? I hope this modest offering will lift your spirits but won't slow you down.
I look like I've got the sort of time to sit next to cuz, well, guess what? I do. So cheers. I've got a keen eye, boss, so I happen to notice you've got a certain tooth you're carrying about. No, you're in the land of the dead and all, but don't you think that comes across as just a little odd?
Some members of our family do not yet fully understand just how precarious your situation is, cousin. My Lord Dionysus here, he goes about as though this is a festive matter of some sort.
Oh, come on, Athena, girl. You really mean to tell me that discovering a long-lost relative isn't a cause for celebrating right away? I mean, you can't be telling me a thing like that. Because if Zag isn't a cause for feasting, I don't know what is.
All right. That's Orpheus.
Why, Zagreus, how wonderful to see you here. Eurydice and I, we have been catching up for all the time we spent apart.
Yeah, so if you would excuse us for a little while, hun. I'm not finished catching up with him just yet. But first, before you go...
You found me, Artemis. My Lady Artemis, this is nothing next to all your grace and favor.
Hey, wait, this is an offering for me?
Oh, that's very kind, though. Let's get back to hunting now, okay? I don't reveal my greatest hunting techniques for just anybody, Zagreus, so you better appreciate what you're about to get and use it to go far.
All right. You beat me once again.
For you, Thanatos. The Olympians might be accustomed to this stuff, but I think we should have our share of it down here. At least you should.
You know, the Olympians do have good taste in certain things. The last bottle you gave me, it was better than expected. Though I almost decided not to try it at all.
But try it you did. And now you'll get to try this one for comparison's sake. Each one's supposed to be different, you know.
Different, huh? Well then, I guess I'll have to see what you mean by that. Thank you, Zag. You didn't have to do this.
Yeah, but I wanted to.
Good to see you taking little Mort there on one of your strolls. Means I can better keep an eye on you out there.
He's been great to have around for sure. Still can't believe you found him after all this time. You used to always carry him around. I was so sad for you when he got lost.
And I cannot believe you still remember that. Regardless, he will not be getting lost again under your supervision. Accurate?
Accurate. Lady Aphrodite, I'm afraid there really isn't much here worthy of you, but perhaps this can suffice.
My, but if this isn't such a treasure to behold, and I accept it as a sign of your affection. Of something even more, perhaps? Little godling, you must know the 7 types of love by now, don't you? It's quite a complicated field, though several types intrigue me most of all. In fact, why, I have several types of love for you right here.
One might suppose the prince's tale most likely ends akin to other tales of the heroes of our time. Like so.
Why you?
I'm back. Huh. Hey, where's Hypnos?
Resolved the trouble with the satyrs yet?
More pets? More pets.
You voided the contract with our court musician. Used your own authority against me.
So what if I did? Just gives him a bit of a break from time to time. He's still your court musician, isn't he?
He is. And he knows better than to undermine me, I think. Though I suppose the Queen would take your side that he has paid his dues in full by now.
He has.
Hail.
You have to tell me more about this pact you signed, Achilles. You and Patroclus. So you're doomed to never be together then?
You must safeguard the details of it, lad. Although it's not as bad as you make out. I ensured Patroclus is provided for. We wouldn't have been together anyway. Initially, he wasn't sent into Elysium, you see.
There has to be a way for me to make this right. Not just for him. For you.
You've other pressing matters to attend to, lad. And Patroclus and I have ample time to wait this out. I know you mean well, but do not discuss this matter with your father now. I fear that it could make things worse. Do you understand?
I do, I think.
Well, well. You've seen a lot of Megara lately, haven't you, Zag?
It's not like that, Than. She's there to slow me down, get in my way.
If you insist, although I think it's much more complicated than you say.
Yeah, her sisters are back. They're hard to deal with. I don't think Meg is on good terms with either one.
That's not what I meant. But fine. You've told me all I need to know for now.
Oh.
I know what must be done regarding chaos and myself, my child. It is not often that I ask for your assistance, but I need for you to do something for me, if you would hear me out.
Of course, Nyx. Anything. What can I do?
In the administrative chamber, you perhaps recall the Elder Sigil there. Through it, we have access directly to the darkest reaches of the realm, but not to chaos anymore. Not currently. Though this is solvable, I think.
Wait, the sigil? But I'm not authorized to use it. It's never worked for me, and I have even less authority around here now.
That you are stripped of your authority is what makes this possible at all. It shall require a significant expenditure of darkness. Then the bridge to chaos may be restored, so that I might travel again to visit them. Will you bring darkness to the sigil for me, please? When possible.
I'll do everything I can. Hey, maybe you can put in a request with the house contractor for me. Make it official, right?
So shall it be.
Megara, I have to ask you something, please. We really need to talk.
For once, I think you're right. Although I'm curious, what is it that you think we have to talk about?
I still have feelings for you. At least, I think I do. Isn't there some way for us to, work through all of this?
In spite of everything that's happened, and that's happening right now, what are the outcomes, Zagreus? What, exactly?
I haven't thought that far ahead. But I don't think it has to be this way. I don't hate you, Meg. I don't think I can ever hate you.
Despite my best intentions. Unfortunately, I don't know that I can say the same. Look, I'm at a very difficult point in my career. I need to focus on that now. Do we understand each other?
I think so. Dusa, I was thinking that this batch of ambrosia ought to hold the lounge over for quite a while. Keep things livelier for everyone. And please, take a bottle for yourself, won't you? As a token of my affection.
Oh, you said your affection, huh? Wow. I really like you also, Zagreus. I liked you from the start. You were so different from your father and Miss Nyx, I could just tell, but... Wait, what am I saying? I am such a dummy. You're just being friendly with me, right?
I would be more than that if it pleased you. You're very wonderful, and you light up this house. But I would never risk our friendship, so if this is where we draw the boundary, please, just let me know.
Wait. Did you just say I'm wonderful?
I did indeed. And I'm glad to get it off my chest, if you must know. Though, what about you? How do you feel?
I never thought you'd have those kinds of feelings for somebody like me. It's really nice to hear. It makes me feel complete. But, Zagreus, I don't know if I can be what you need. I mean, wait, you weren't just being nice to me for all this time because...
What? No, Dusa, of course not. Why is it so damn difficult to share one's feelings with somebody else? I don't want to ruin what we have. If only you could see what's in my heart.
Oh, I was just checking. Don't feel bad, okay? You don't seem capable of hiding what's in your heart. And I mean that in the best possible way. I'm so happy. It's just, all this is a lot, and I'm on duty right now, but see you soon.
See you soon. Please take these, will you, Chef? Always a pleasure. Should check the garden.
Excellent work, my son. Thank you very much, my son. You know, gift-giving customs of the underworld are just so much more straightforward than the complicated social graces of Olympus.
If there are other ways of showing one's appreciation than with nectar and the like, well, they must pale in comparison, I'm sure.
This garden may not have all the varieties available up on the surface, though it's coming along rather nicely, I should say.
And it smells fresh, too. The eldest sigil. Nyx needs it upgraded, huh? That lucky tooth you gave me, Skelly. First off, thanks again. And secondly, is this even yours? Had a run-in with Hermes who got me thinking.
What? You gonna believe everything that Gabby guy tells you now, boyo? He doesn't know a thing about me.
Never said he did. Though since you let on, what's your relationship to him? Working for him?
No! Nope, definitely not working for him. Closer to a peer relationship. Well, other than the fact that he's a god and I'm just... Well, what you see is what you get with me, pal. Hey, you won't tell anyone, will you? I'm just here to help, I swear.
Fine. Maybe. Aegis, I see you stand your ground against the Serpent's flame. A future aspect. Beowulf is going to be tough. Grant me the aspect of Beowulf.
Well, can I see?
Well, time to go get killed again.
You wish to meet your Uncle Zeus someday? Imagine me with a luxurious white mane without a modicum of self-control. That's your Zeus.
At least Zeus is helping me. Dear Aphrodite, surely you have all the offerings you can stand, but I would ask that you accept one more.
Oh, dearest, but it stirs my heart to know you care so deeply for our wonderful relationship. To celebrate it with such princely gifts. Keep following that heart of yours, dearest. It's good enough a guide, believe you me. Mine tells me you are going to succeed.
Uncle Poseidon, this here is for you. Would that my father were as easygoing as yourself.
Ah! A show of generosity from my most favored nephew. Your gift is mightily appreciated. I'll just go ahead and add it to the pile. It's likely, little Hades, that you currently reside just underneath one of my boundless seas. Normally, you'd have to be submerged to use this power, but you know what? Close enough.
Look at all that coin. May this small offering bring you some joy there on Olympus, Lady Demeter. Thank you for all your help.
A conscientious gift, my little sprout, and I am grateful for your generosity. A bit of nectar cut straight through the cold, I say. I ought to warn you that my foster brother Zeus, he has just a disgusting sense of humor, little sprout. He'd have you think he sired half the countryside. I have to shudder at the very thought.
I bet Electo's next. Guess I was wrong.
My God.
You really did say murder, sir, didn't you? That's progress. Zagreus. I'm Zagreus. I'm not a murderer. Can you say Zagreus? Should come in useful.
The thing to know about this family, dearest, is that each of us, we have our little quirks. Although we always stick together and our love for one another perseveres.
Oh, what do we have here, little Hades? Seems to me that you have company. Well, I'll just leave the two of you alone. My lips are sealed tighter than a warship hull.
Oh, feel free to stay, Poseidon. I was just explaining what an idiot you are, though you're able to articulate this best. Anyway, dearest, what was I on about?
Hey, listen here a moment, Hades kid. Look, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing Orphe back to me again and everything.
Eurydice, you're more than welcome, really. You've helped me through the flames of hell time after time. Least I could do is coax old Orpheus out of his private pit of despair so you and he could set things right between the two of you.
Well, you're a real sweetheart, hon. You'll still be seeing Orphe all the time around your house, but now I get to see him too. Nice having something to look forward to, you know? Bet someone out there feels that about you.
May I say you look lovely this whatever time it is, Lenny. Go club your hooves in hell.
Living on Olympus here, I'm surrounded by my family, but I always felt alone. I know that's not the same as your experience, but I'm just saying I relate to what you're going through.
Got here as quickly as I could.
You've slipped by Cerberus again, I see. Then draw your weapon, boy.
Having achieved his goal, the Underworld Prince discovers that the mortal realm is utterly bereft of the life-threatening excitement to which he has grown accustomed, and the lack of anything of note to do. The sheer mundanity results in this.
No! I'm counting that one as a victory.
Whoa! Hey, wow, you did it! According to my list here, it says you've died, what, 50 times at least? That's more than anybody's died around here, I think.
I'm sure you can catch up.
You wish to see me once again, my lord? It's been a while since I had an audience with you.
It has. The last time, what was it you said? That there must be some resolution to the matter, as you called it, with my son? Well, it is settled now. Isn't it, boy?
I mean, you're still trying just as hard as ever to prevent me from escaping past the threshold of your realm, so I don't know if I'd exactly call the matter settled, but it does feel different now.
And so you see, I would continue in our mutual good graces, if you please. This house can only function if the upper management is in accord. What do you say?
I say you honor me, my lord. I appreciate you telling me yourself, and I concur that for the good of all the underworld, it is imperative that each of us continue to perform at our full strength.
Then, as you were, dismissed.
Hey, Orpheus, mate. I have something good for you right here. Ambrosia, all the way from the surface. I want you to have it.
Ah, but this is splendid, Zagreus. And I must say, apart from my Eurydice, I've never felt as strong a bond of kinship as with you.
You're too kind. Hey, Orpheus, you're back. How was your trip? I hope it was all right.
It was more than all right, my friend. Why, it was positively inspirational. But I've returned as promised to this house. My love is there, whilst my responsibilities are here.
You sound despondent again, mate. You must wish you were there right now. I'm sorry you had to come all the way back.
Oh, on the contrary, Zagreus. It dawned upon me that having some distance between my responsibilities and my domestic life, why, it is not so bad. Besides, Charon makes travel to and fro quite simple for me, really.
Great to hear it. I can only imagine.
I have to thank you for the mirror back there, lad. Lets me get a better look at things out in the Great Hall every now and then.
Of course, sir. Don't mention it. You're really stuck having to guard this corridor most of the time, huh?
Oh, certainly, it's an important corridor. Think of it. If just any shade could pass through either of those doors back there, your father's barely keeping it together as it is.
Well, this should help you keep an eye on him.
Oh!
I hope it's not been too much having to care for Cerberus, is it, Dusa? He isn't quite as fearsome as he seems. At least, that goes for 2 heads out of 3.
Oh, Cerberus is a good boy. He's fine. One of the highlights of the job for sure. We really hit it off after he finally realized I'm not a ball. So I've been feeding him, grooming him, changing his water dish.
Cleaning up after him?
Most definitely, yes. If you'll excuse me, by the way, he's gotta go. I mean, I've gotta go. I mean, you know what I mean. Bye!
Fates be merciful. Here's what I caught. Fair market value. There's Nyx's work order. This garden isn't quite the sight yours was back on the surface, is it, Mother?
On the contrary, Zagreus. It has its own unique charm, as each garden does. I was impressed it wasn't left entirely to rot after my absence.
It was totally off limits to me, though I guess Father must have taken care to maintain it as best he could.
He did, all right. Minus the part where you weren't allowed. Though, let's look after it from here, shall we?
Sounds good. I could use that.
Oh, this is wonderful, except I'm racked with guilt for having nothing much to give you in return. You never even got a mother's love from me.
Please don't say that. It's just a gift, all right? Besides, can't we start now? Mother and son type things, if you would like.
I'd like that even more than this fine nectar, Zagreus.
Where would I be without my friends?